Just because you spent a massive amount of money on a certain handbag or an expensive car doesn't really make you rich.
27 questions.
27 weeks.
27 pedestrians.
What makes somebody rich? When they don't second guess whether they want guacamole or not.
I feel like if you've got one of those showers that is like half the room, that's rich for me. Because my shower at home is like itty bitty.
Someone who has a water bottle valued at $70 or over. Someone who has an ice sculpture at a 21st birthday party. What else? Full Lululemon activewear outfit, but their activity is just literally walking to the coffee shop. Like, that is rich. Like, you're not even active. Like, I'm so confused. I'm at the shops in my and the gym in my Kmart men's track pants. Like, it is what it is, but that's wealth. That's wealth for you.
For me, it's two things. Watches and cars. Like, if you're going to drop over 100k on a car, you've got dispensable income. If you've got like a Rolex, or if you've got like a watch that's more than 10k, like, why do you even need to spend that much on a watch?
Oh, when I was a kid, when I thought people had lots of money was when they had like the Disney Channel or like Foxtel and all that kind of stuff. And like you used to go over to their place to watch like Disney things.
I remember going to friends' houses. It was always the kids whose parents allowed them to have junk food. They'd be covered stacked with like Fruit Loops and Mars bars, Pop-Tarts, all of those sorts of things. You knew that they were pretty well off. Then you'd walk outside, nice backyard, probably like a little slippery slide going down. As a kid, that's how you knew someone was rich.
For me, it was a 2-story house and or a pool. I think it's more to do with like the space that they live on and, you know, how they dress, that sort of stuff.
Multiple bathrooms, that's on the way. But I went into one of their bathrooms. First aspect, it was twice the size of my bedroom. You come in the shower and go to the toilet. What do you need a massive bathroom for? And it also had a rug in the bathroom.
I don't think I know that many rich people, but I have been in a rich person's house before, and they had rooms where it was like they just didn't know what to do with the space. Like, there was one room and it was massive and it just had a ping pong table and nothing else. And then I remember like going through the house and there's just rooms that are just empty. They've got like one piece of furniture in it. So I think that's what makes you rich, if you've got space for nothing. So I'm gonna go with that.
Lately, I just look around. I'm like, if you've got a nice Jag, if you've got like a Jag, I reckon you're pretty rich as well. So my goal in life now is to own a Jag when I'm older, so I can be rich. It means I've made it.
I have a friend who is pretty rich, and my sister, every time we go to her house, her favorite thing is her fridge, because she has one of those fridges that have ice and automatically makes ice. So my sister's goal in life is to have a rich person fridge that makes ice. And then another thing that makes someone rich is when they have like a light by their bed, and when they want to go to sleep at night, they don't have to leave their bed. They can just like press the button right next to their bed, and then they have rich person lights.
So paying for things that are usually free, I would classify that as being rich.
For me, the epitome of being rich is having tapas and those kinds of things in your fridge just ready to go on the off chance that someone will drop by. You don't need like a day and a half forewarning so you can go to the shops to stock up on olives and stuffed bell peppers. You just got them sitting there and you've got the wine to go with it. That's rich.
I think too many people are considered rich when they're not really. You know, just because you spent a massive amount of money on a certain handbag or an expensive car doesn't really make you rich. If you don't know how much you earn, then you're rich. If you don't know, if people ask you what's your salary or how much do you earn in a year and you don't know the answer to that, then I reckon you're pretty rich.
If they actually have one of those like never fail water coolers, but inside their own house, that to me just screams like, you can afford to have a water fucking subscription? What the fuck?
Investing money into good causes in the world. I think people start getting rich when they're comfortable with their financial position, that they can start doing that. And although that might not mean that they have millions and millions of dollars in the bank, it means that they're rich both in cash but also rich in heart. And I think that's when you know that you've made it.
I would say AirPods, but I have AirPods and I'm not rich. So I don't think that in this day and age that's a good indicator. I think it's just, you just paid too much money for headphones and you're an idiot, basically.
Obviously, avocado toast and a property portfolio, but it says glasshouse candles that cost like $100 per candle. That's a financial decision only a rich person would make.
Like everything's clean and it looks like you don't want to sit on it or touch it or have a nice time, but because it costs too much money. So not having things is what I think makes people look rich, which doesn't make sense, but also does.
Live life. Like, imagine the luxury of being able to just like low-key drop everything, go on a holiday, and just luxuriate. Like, that sounds like richness to me.
If anyone says that Aesop is for rich people, they're lying. Aesop really for poor people. I mean, it's just shampoo, conditioner, body cleanser, like hand balm, like soap for the like bathroom, soap for the kitchen, like lip balm, like exfoliant paste. Like, this is real poor people shit. Like facial cleanser, toner, a hydrator, a facial concentrate. Like, the fuck? Another hydrator. See poor people shit. If I hear any answers that are Aesop, lies.
One time I was at work and I was in Barangaroo in Sydney, and some lady walked into the elevator with me and she had like Louis Vuitton shoes on, like some really expensive bag. She was wearing $5,000 worth of clothing, and it was like a Tuesday at like 10:30 p.m. and I was like, she has more money than I'll ever have. And I think that's a pretty good way to show that someone's got a lot of money.
It's threefold. I think 1, knowledge, 2, mental health, and 3, having the ability to love and having people who love you.
I would consider someone to be rich if they can afford the optional food extras at fast food restaurants. So if they can afford to upsize, or if they can afford to add the guacamole or the sauce on the side, I think that is a big flex of their financial capabilities, because a lot of the time the food is good by itself, but you're just like, chef kiss, I want to make it better. I can never afford those optional extras, so that is my goal in life at the moment.
I work at Woolworths, so I have a very specific standard for what makes you rich to me. If you have the time to come to the service desk and yell at a cashier about how many Aussies you're getting, which is like our collectible little toy thing, you are rich, honey. If you are buying Meredith's goat's cheese on the weekly shop, you're rich. If you're buying those crackers that are like $6 artesian gourmet crackers, they've got like fig and almond in them. You know what I'm talking about. The ones that are stale every single time. You are fucking rich.
If you can afford to get the latest iPhone that's being announced by the time this video is out, you will already know the price, you're pretty rich. And I mean buying it outright, not getting it on a plan, not leasing it. Like, if you can just drop that money on that pre-order, you are rich.
I'm not entirely sure what that question means, but in my eyes, rich is a personality over a form of wealth, because I feel like you can be wealthy and not have that rich personality.